Hey guys, my name is Colton Fowle. Welcome to the Blue Collar Revolution podcast. Today we're going to be talking to Joe. Make the money work for us instead of us working for the money.
I'm all for it.
Yeah. Let's go check it out. All right, Joe, so starting off, where are you from, bud?
I'm originally from Arkansas. I was born in Little Rock and I was raised in Southeast Arkansas and Denver.
That's awesome. Where'd you end up landing at? Where are you at now in the world?
I'm actually in the home of Walmart right now. I'm in Bentonville.
There you
I'm in
go.
Bentonville, Arkansas at the moment.
That's
I,
awesome.
I just came up here from Georgia, so I was in Georgia, but I got some family going on right now here in Arkansas. So I've been up here for the last 60 days.
I bet it's way warmer down there than it is up here right now.
Oh yeah. Actually, the weather been flip flopping. Today it was hoodie season weather.
Yeah. Yeah, I got mine on too. Yeah. Yeah, we got like 7 inches of snow the other day up here. So,
Oh no. We ain't seen nothing like that yet.
yeah. So I've only had to scoop the driveway once this year, so I guess I shouldn't complain.
Oh, okay, I understand.
So, what got you started in the trades?
Actually, my mother did.
Yeah.
My mother introduced it to me about 17 years old.
Wow. That's something I've never heard before. So that's pretty impressive. What was her driving force behind that, you reckon?
She was trying to steer me in another direction.
Yeah.
I had got incarcerated, locked up at a young age. So I got incarcerated at 15 and I ended up going to prison at 16. And by 17, I was in prison and I had gotten some more trouble while I was in prison. And she was trying to figure out what can I tell him, introduce him to that can give him some hope and give him a different direction at what he's going. So ironically, she was watching a Tulsa Welding School commercial, but that's exactly what she told me.
Yeah.
And she said, they said welders make $100 an hour. That was the main thing that caught my attention. That was like her quote. They can make $100 an hour. They can travel. You can teach. You can start a business. Always just so many things you can do with welding, and you can do it being a felon. So
That's right.
she say, "This is what I want you to do." So she was like, "This was your way out," and literally, she preached it to me. She was so adamant about it that she went to the local library at the time because the internet wasn't active then. This was 97, 96. And so she went to the local library and got some encyclopedias and got some couple copies and sent me about 5 or 6 pages front and back of some information about welding, when it started, different styles of welding. And man, those 5 pieces of paper became my Bible, and I learned it. And listen, if you would have met me 3 months after then, you would have thought I already been welding. But I
Mama.
was talking about it all the time.
Yeah, mamas. They usually know what's best for us for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
She really motivated and got me into that direction. And so this was around 17 when she introduced it, and it was about 21 when I actually got a chance to partake of the trade. And I did 14, 40 hours in combination of welding. And that's when I got certified.
Awesome. So did you end up going to Tulsa Welding School then?
The release system had a program that we could go like extend out to, like a BOTEC.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went to a BOTEC and did the 1440. And then once I got out, finished that, I went to college for ironworking journeyman, where I did the CCNR ironworking. And then so I did both of those. So I was into I did from the pipe welding to the fabrication and metal work to the putting up structural buildings. So I done been in all three fields.
Yeah, that's awesome. Myself, I started hanging iron right out of school. Didn't like it. Well, I just wasn't strong enough to do it, honestly. I probably weighed like 140 pounds, and them other guys whooping me every day. So it didn't take me long to figure out that I wasn't going to hang iron for a living, and then hit some small jobs also here and there, and then ended up being a pipeliner for the last 12 years before I ended up here at Western Welding Academy. But yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad it worked out for you, man. Mama definitely steered you in the right direction.
Yeah, she most definitely did that.
So what was your first job like?
My first job. Okay, so my first welding job, ironically, this was after I was released from prison. So I had some jobs in prison, but I don't count that as paying money.
Right.
So after being released, my first welding job, I was doing um, stainless and aluminum. So I was doing TIG, aluminum, and stainless, and I was doing some spool gun. And it was a pretty neat job. We was building ambulances, so it's like from start to finish, doing the box, doing the diamond plate, doing the steps, the bumpers, the whole nine. So it was pretty neat, but it wasn't no money in it. And I remember joking with my mother, telling her, "Mom, I thought you said we make $100 an hour. I'm only making $8."
Right.
And it was funny because she was like, "Oh, just hold on, give
Yeah.
me some time." And I knew I was just getting out, and it was in a small town
Mhm.
that I was in, ironically at the time. So while I was in there doing that, I probably was there maybe 3 weeks, probably, and I went from $8 to $11. So within 3 weeks, so they kind of seen my work ethics, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it was a little bump. So, but it was a small town. The cost of living was small, and it was cool. But it was a cool job.
Yeah.
I stayed there for about a year, and then I went from 11 to 15. So I started doing shop heavy steel shop fabrication, where we was doing heavy flux core, and then we'll go to the steel mills and start installing the work that we built to put in, like doing the shutdowns and stuff like that. So I started doing that, and then from that I ventured into the pipe welding. So I was doing from 8 inch, 10 inch, and 12 inch water pipe. So I was doing a lot of that, and then I ventured into the ironwork, and I was doing some, and I was just doing the welding and the bent plate, and doing a lot of the fire escapes, like putting the different staircases all the way up. So I was doing that. So it was pretty cool. I wasn't like walking iron or nothing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It was some guys out there was doing it, but that wasn't my cup of tea.
Right. Right. Yeah. I think like the first or second day they asked me, they said, "Hey, you afraid of heights?" I said, "No, I'm not afraid of heights." They said, "Cool, go up there and put this shackle on that I-beam so we can bring our buckets up." Just had it framed out, you know. And it's all right. Yeah, no big deal. Get up there and 185 feet looking down at concrete's a lot higher than you think it is. That I-beam that I was walking was 3-inch I-beam, and yeah, I wasn't a fan of that one. I just kind of crawled my way across it, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Uh, yeah, I once I got out of ironwork and I started hitting pipelines, I decided that crawling down in a hole was way better than crawling up on some iron.
Oh yes, most definitely. You're just getting a little muddy and dirty at times.
So, what motivates you every day to day basis to get up and just keep grinding it out?
A big part of it is my kids and my grandkids. And outside of them, it would just be wanting to live to be remembered. Like I really enjoy helping people, and I develop a concept of living through other people. So I know in order for me to live longer than my natural life, I have to live through someone else.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like my life calling is to help and motivate and put people in different positions, if I'm physically doing it or motivating them to do it and giving me the opportunity to stay alive after I'm gone. I think that's like the main thing that I want to do. You know what I mean? So that's like my main thing. So I want to be able to not able to say, "Hey man, I got $1 million." I want to be able to have a lot of people say, "Hey, he helped me make it too."
That's awesome.
So that's
Yeah.
my goal. I want to have people behind me say, "Hey, he wasn't selfish when he was doing what he was doing."
Yeah, I
Yes,
I
sir.
feel like that's every man's dream is to never be forgotten. So
Yes, sir.
that is some great motivation right there. And I hope a lot of other people take note of that and start looking at it that way.
I mean that's the way I see it, man. Because when it's all said and done, the things that we remember now, it was because someone made a lot of things. The people that we remember because they made some great sacrifices.
Mhm.
and the sacrifices just wasn't pertaining to them only. They was thinking about other people and their families. So I think once you step outside of that and you start doing that, it's going to be inevitable that you do it as long as you stay focused.
Yes, sir. I absolutely love it. So one thing I like to ask all of our guests is if they have any books that they like to recommend. What's a
How
good
many?
what's a good book that you've picked up recently that you would recommend?
Recently, I'm gonna have to say the book that I read that I really been reading is called Power Numbers, teaching about finances and how to position yourself once you get some finances. I teach entrepreneurship too. So those who want to be welders later, might have the idea of wanting to dive into entrepreneurship.
That's right.
So I want to show you how you can even if you don't come from money, you can use the welding money to invest and to actually live to make money. I like to tell people, I said we can only work so many hours, but our money don't get tired.
That's
Our
right.
money don't complain. Our money don't whine. We ain't got to feed it or nothing. I said we can just work it. So let's get some money and then work our money. So I'm just trying to, learn more things about working money.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Let's make the money work for us instead of us working for the money.
I'm all for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. So what is one piece of advice that you would give your younger self looking back?
To believe in me more.
Yeah.
I would tell myself to believe in me more and to always invest in educating yourself. I would say live your life like you would die tomorrow, but learn from life like you would live forever.
Man, that's powerful right there.
That's what I would tell myself.
That is awesome. Yeah, that's super, super powerful. That's definitely one to think about for sure.
To
Yes, sir.
really think about that one. To
Yeah, you
really
gotta
let
really
that
think
one
about it.
let that one sink in a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Joe, hey man, it was a pleasure. I appreciate you taking your time out of your day to sit down with us, and it was an honor.
Most definitely. Man, I appreciate it. Thanks for the gear too, by the way.
Yes,
That's
sir.
about all I got, fam.
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate it.
Yes, sir, Joe. Hey, you take it easy. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to see more of this, make sure you like and subscribe, follow along. Go check out their Instagram and TikTok. Go show your support.